got a big one today. We got a lot to do today. Today, what I have planned is we are going to be streaming a little bit later, an hour later. So instead of 4 hours, we're going to be streaming for 5 hours. And we are going to be reaching perfection. Today is the day that we 100% Stardew Valley. I'm calling it here. We only have one heart to get for Alex, and we can't do it until the week resets. But if we look at the overall stats, we're currently essentially at 3 million. I think that it's possible that I could get 7 million in between, and if I get really close, I'll just play a little bit longer than I initially planned for today. But today, we should be able to reach perfection. Let's go ahead and get things started. I really want to be able to get this done before the 1.6 update releases because I've been kind of stressing out, not gonna lie. Been really stressing out. I've also been looking forward to playing this game. I think, was it last week I couldn't stream for the full 4 hours? Something happened. I can't remember what, but yeah, this week really, like, had to, like, stream like 2 hours early on actually maybe 1 hour early on Sims 3, and I ended the stream 2 hours early on Assassin's Creed Unity. Plus I had a issue with a computer crashing. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this game for the long haul. Try to make up for my inability to stream before. Which, again, one of it wasn't really my fault, but the other one definitely was. I mismanaged my time. Not Edgar. Not Ben. Not Sean. I need Edgar. That was a waste of time. Let's go ahead and get the... I actually did the math. I know exactly how many seeds I need. We need 200 Stardrop seeds. Or star fruit seeds. Seven, 8, 9, 200. Okay, let's leave. As soon as we plant these seeds on Ginger Island, we are going to head back home and sleep. Nothing else we can do today. I should probably check my audio, make sure everything's working properly. It's good. I'm still afraid of the chipmunk effect, where my microphone is not connected properly and it records my audio in high-pitched squeaks. That happened a few times. I don't want to happen again. Yeah, let's get planning. Good thing it's raining. One thing that I have been actually thinking about is this actually was gonna, essentially the future, like the next game I'm gonna be covering on this channel. I can actually go ahead and discuss my plans for the next game, regardless on if 1.6 releases next or like within the week, or regardless, I should say, if 1.6 releases before or after I finish this game. When it releases, I am going to put this series on hiatus, and I'm going to come back only when I'm going to come back after I complete the next series. And the next series I'm planning on covering is Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonist. I played that game once when I was a kid, but I never got further than the first world. So I'm actually excited to play this game again, but I never actually played the sequels. I never played Sly Cooper 2, and I never played Sly Cooper 3. So I'm planning on covering, well, I also never played Sly Cooper 4, that's something I forgot. So I'm actually planning on covering all of the Sly Cooper games, regardless on if I played them or not, which is kind of like something that I just haven't really done before, I guess. How did I do the math wrong? 3, 6, 9. Oh my god, I'm so fucking stupid. I did the math wrong, so it's not... So for those curious, when I was doing the math, I thought it was... 9, I did it... So essentially... the hoe actually makes like 2 9-plot grids, and so that would be 18. I somehow did the math wrong where I thought it was 3, which would be 27. So how much money did I actually waste from that? Well, I probably don't know for that, but I'm actually kind of curious. How many was I supposed to get? Is what I should say. 18 times 2, 4, 6, 8. 144 minus 4, 8, 12, 16. 128. I was supposed to get 128 C's. That's completely my bad. Oh well, mistakes happen. And the thing is, like, I'm not, like, the best at math. So it's completely my fault there. One thing I should probably do, and the fact that I'm going to take care of this right now, I need to take a look to see if the, I need to take a look to see if the, God, I can't think. The golden clock requires any materials, so I should probably get to work on that. I think it's just money, though. I don't think it needs any materials. I could be wrong. Oh no, it's just money, so I literally just need 10 million gold. And then let's go to sleep. I thought it was like, get like 20 like iridium ingots or something. I don't know. I thought I needed materials as well as money. Go to sleep. Okay, this time I'll be kind of speed run these days, trying to be as efficient as possible. Be making at least 60,000 from these crops, which is not that bad. I think it's 60,000. We're gonna have like a slow growth of currency money made because we won't be able to grow any crops like on a regular farm until in winter. So we're gonna have a moment of slow growth, but it should be fine. One thing I'm really kind of excited for is just seeing the ending of Perfection. Again, like I didn't really spoil myself, but I did read what's about because there's one area in the train yard that is blocked off, and I thought it was per quest that I had to unlock, but I found out I did every quest. And as soon as I found out that area was actually tied for perfection, I just stopped reading, but I do know that some event does take place in that area once you reach perfection. I just don't know what that event is. Well, I should say I don't know the entirety of that event. I read a little bit of the article talking about the event, but I didn't watch any videos of it. I just kind of read just a little bit. Since I realized what it was talking about, I just kind of closed the article. So I know a little bit about what to expect, but I've not seen like a video at the ending or anything. So it's still gonna be mostly blind. Again, like I'm like a completely different. I'm not really. I don't really have the same feeling about spoilers as everyone else. I know so many friends who actually hates it when I spoil movies or games. In fact, I almost lost one of my close friends from literally telling him how the Force Awakens, the 7th Star Wars movie, the one made by Disney, he got mad when I told him what happened to Han Solo in that movie, and he actually threatened to not be my friend anymore. So I do know there are people that do care about spoilers. I'm personally one of those people that don't really care as much if it gets spoiled. The fact that I'm missing a plot, I'm a little bit concerned. I should be fine. It can be a little bit concerning that my Scarecrow isn't really doing a good job protecting them. Because we shouldn't have to worry about pros, about lightning, because you have a lightning rod. Because we should have a lightning rod, unless it got destroyed for some reason. So go ahead and check, we should have one like near the top. Yeah, we do have a lightning rod. Should get us a decent amount of money. Go ahead and tend to our animals, and we'll check our island farm real quick, and then we'll go to sleep. Really just checking to make sure we don't have any weeds to worry about. I'm keeping an eye out for rabbit's foots, because apparently that's a loved item, and I want to try to make sure that we have Alex topped off when the next week starts. We technically have two options. I'm pretty sure that we have like his other loved item, salmon dinner, cooked in the fridge from when we were cooking recipes for completion. But if we don't have it, then rabbit's foot and golden pumpkins is like we're probably going to use instead. I just want to check my shed real quick. I don't think we have. Yeah, we don't. I was gonna say I don't think we have anything ready, but we might have jelly ready. Still raining. I also need to check to see if we. Yeah, we do have lightning rod here. Really just checking just to make sure there's no weeds growing. Let's go ahead and go back to our farm and we'll sleep. I got like a crick in my back. I'm actually gonna lean back in my chair. This 2000, not bad. I hope everyone's week is starting off great. I'm definitely gonna have my hands full this week. I have 3 projects I need to finish because it's essentially finals week is when all the major projects are due. And beyond that, I have my master's paper to finish. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be an interesting day, interesting week, I should say. Copper and iron. I think we may actually be running low on iron. I could be wrong though. We have 3. I'm actually thinking about just going to Clint's and buying some iron ore from it. I'm not gonna do it yet, but when we go out to give Alex his gift, that's probably when I'm gonna swing by at Clint's and get some iron ore from him. Going into our animals, we will check our farm, our island farm, and then we will go to sleep. I get the feeling because apparently there's a big game today. My dad's like, He's actually he's gonna be watching the Cowboys, which isn't really his favorite team, because he doesn't really like Texas as a state. But he's actually rooting against Cowboys because he's hoping that the Phillies will. Rooting for the Cowboys because he's hoping the Phillies will lose against them and figure some of this stuff out. He's hoping the Phillies will lose against them so that the Niners have a chance at facing off against like an easier opponent. I'm personally not a big fan of sports. It's one thing that I could never really get invested in. Really the only type of sports I watch is the only type of sports I watch is esports. I love competitive Overwatch in particular. I think it's so fascinating. I usually play Overwatch League streams in the background, like when I'm doing my editing for YouTube. So it's just something that I frequently go back to and listen. I'm not really too much into competitive gaming. Like there's some areas that I'm aware of. Like I know that StarCraft is like a pretty big competitive gaming thing. I also know that Call of Duty has a competitive gaming area. Like there is competitive Call of Duty, which actually surprises me. But and I do know some Call of Duty professionals that just makes the game look so easy. I swear to God, like if anyone interested in watching like competitive gaming should really check out the YouTuber Korean Savage and watch some of his gameplay on some of the Call of Duty. And something that I often reference is one of his quotes from when he was playing Infinite Warfare. And he said at one point, after getting like a 40 kill streak on like player enemies, he said at one point, these players are playing like bots on Recruit. Which I thought was just hilarious. And every now and then when I'm encountering easy enemies or I'm having to use them in combat, like every now and then I'll reference I'll say that quote. But it's just impressive to see this guy play. So I do know there's some professional players for like all sorts of games, and actually I know there's actually considered to be some professional Stardew Valley players as well. But yeah, it's just I've always just recently started getting like invested into esports and started paying more attention to competitive gaming. So that's essentially really the only thing really the competitive I'm interested in. I'm not like completely. I don't really have like a specific team I root for when I'm watching competitive Overwatch in particular. I used to watch them, like, I used to somewhat root for the Florida Mayhem. Because one of the YouTubers I follow, I thought was a member of the Florida Mayhem, but actually at one point was a paid content creator for them. But, I don't really care, like, who wins or loses. I just kind of want to see professionals play the game. For those of you wondering why I'm not harvesting the fruits of my trees, fruits really aren't worth much on their own, and even if you process them into jelly or wine or juice, whatever they give you, the price is not as much as, say, ancient fruit jelly or wine, so not really worth it in my opinion. I think we should have, I forgot to sell this. I think we should have, jelly ready now. Let me check that. It should get us a decent amount of money. It actually pushes over 3 million. Harvest Day is Tuesday. That's something to be aware of. Kind of a shame. Oh, we need to buy some more hay. We're actually not gonna go milk the cows because we haven't really been getting anything from them. I don't know what the heck is going on. Their friendship status is pretty high, so it's not like they aren't getting enough love. I think Ben was at 4 hearts and Otis was at 5. Having another issue with my mic. I don't know what the heck is going on, but I keep on hearing some type of information. Information. What's the word? Interference is the word I was looking for. I'm capturing some type of interference when I'm using it, like some weird static sounds that pops up when I play. I don't know what the heck is going on. Yes! Okay, now I have to go to Ginger Island. We should be at 90%. We shouldn't be missing anything else. We should be at 90%. Should just be missing the golden clock. Okay, so far so good. Just really just checking to make sure there's no weeds or anything to destroy my crops. %. 100% produce forage shipped. 4 obelisks on farm. Golden clock, no. Monster Slayer hero, yes. Great friends, 100%. Farmer level 25 and 25. Found all Stardrops, yes. Cooking recipes made 100%. Crafting recipes made 100%. Fish caught 100%. Golden walnuts found 130 of 130. As soon as we build that fucking golden clock, we have 100% completion. So we are currently just under 3 million essentially. Once we are able to, I think actually when we sleep today, we should be able to 3 million. Actually, no. That's 100,000 that are missing. Thereabouts. So now we can hardcore focus on money. On it. It's a shame. From that arts and goods, we should only got like 3,000 from that. So it looks like those what's it called Jelly was worth about 48,000. I didn't realize that. Another 11 for George. So we shouldn't have anything ready today. I will say, we're currently very close to getting the legend achievement for having 10 million gold. Okay. Go ahead and plant this thing and we'll go ahead and tend to our animals. I think we just tended to our chickens. Could be wrong though. In fact, I think I am wrong. We'll know for sure if we check the egg thing. Oh yeah, we already tend to our chickens, that's good. I have the world's worst memory if you couldn't tell. Probably forget my name if I didn't have memorized. In fact, sometimes I actually do forget my names. There's sometimes when someone... Not Hamlet. There's sometimes when not Hamlet! There's sometimes I'm talking to someone that is like an official or something and they're asking my name. I have to think about it. So, probably happens to everyone if I'm gonna be honest here, but kind of funny. Sounds like we still have the kegs going, but we're just gonna check just to make sure. Not hard to be careful. Yep. Let's go to sleep. Tomorrow will be a big money day. I just want to check the cash room. Yeah, we have some gold stars now. No idea how Carolyn had a lettuce, or I think that was cauliflower when it wasn't even in season. Game logic. Again, like, I kind of wish that there was like a harvest all option. I will say that my grandpa is actually going to be staying with my family pretty soon. He recently got diagnosed with COVID and now he's testing negative, but it's gonna bug me. But he was hospitalized again soon after for respiratory issues. And I was talking about this before, but he essentially can't take care of himself anymore. And the fact is, because of his COPD and his respiratory issues because of COVID, he's a heavy smoker, and at this point, if he continues smoking, it will actually kill him. So, it's just, and he can no longer, like, again, like, he can no longer take care of himself. He's very frail, he's very old. He has issues, he actually had issues, like, cleaning himself. Like, there was one when he actually couldn't, like, take a shower. And in like 3 weeks, because he just couldn't, like, get into the shower and maneuver himself. But, now it seems like that my grandpa is going to be staying with my family pretty soon once he gets out of rehab. And, it'll definitely be an interesting time. My grandpa was someone that I always... He's probably one of my favorite grandparents, I can be honest. I technically have 3 sets of grandparents, because my grandparents on my mom's side divorced, and both of them remarried. But, my grandpa, my biological grandpa, is probably one of my favorite relatives, and it was really hard seeing him in the hospital like that, like last week. It's just, I think it was 2 weeks ago. It's just, it's not something that I would have liked to see, I guess I could say. I didn't even know I could pick up quality scrapers like that. We should be able to get like a decent amount of money from today. $29 ancient fruit wines from this. This should be 30, wait, 40, it should be 40 ones. Yeah, I see it in my hotbar. This is something that I actually won't miss, if I'm gonna be honest here, just all this randomly harvesting crops. The grind to 10 million is very painful, if I'm gonna be honest here. Recently, though, I have been like watching clips of the movie Straight Outta Compton. I've actually been really tempted to watch that movie. It usually starts with me watching clips of movies before I actually go out and watch the full thing. But I'm not really that up to date with the rap music and type of bands that participate in it. I do know some things, like I know in depth, like this beef between Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly, and how Eminem essentially destroyed his career so bad that Machine Gun Kelly just switched genres. So I do know that much, but I haven't watched enough. I'm not really up to date where I know like the history and what each band goes through. Like the history of like certain bands, but I was actually kind of surprised when I watched some clips of the band NWA and from Straight Outta Compton, and I was surprised with some of the things that I heard. Some of the things I saw, like how the singer Eazy-E actually uh, got AIDS. He died of AIDS, which was really kind of sad. There's also kind of a misconception for the longest time, but a lot of people assume that AIDS, what you can only get AIDS if you had sex essentially with another man. Like a man can only get AIDS if he had sex with another man, which is actually kind of not true. It's not just a sexual transmitted disease. It can also be got from like blood, like if you ingested blood or take the blood of like an infected person, your body. It can be transmitted like different ways. It's not just sex. But it was really kind of sad to see, to hear about that because it was something I was surprised about. I'm just gonna get rid of this cake. I don't want it. I will say that I talked a bit like last stream, I think it was last stream, about me trying to play through Assassin's Creed, not Assassin's Creed, but as Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. And I was trying to make it like the first Kanto game that I ever beaten. And I was talking about how I disliked some of the gameplay mechanics. Like I was kind of disappointed when I found out things I wanted to do. It turns out that I couldn't. I don't know why I checked. I think another thing that I dislike about that game, not just like those type of things, but I really hate how earning experience through battling is something that has been like the most go-to way for experience in pretty much every single Pokemon game up to that point. Is now effectively worth nothing. Like, you get the most experience with catching Pokemon, which is just kind of annoying. But I've also noticed in the case of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, I've noticed that the leveling for Pokemon trainers is completely different than what should be on that route. Like an example is something I noticed when I was traveling to Future City. I went down the Pokemon Road, which is actually at the cycling road redesigned. And it went from Pokemon being like level 31, 32 to Pokemon being like level 37 by the end of the route. And I was barely able to defeat those Pokemon trainers. But another thing that I noticed was like the first trainer, essentially two routes of Fuchsia City. The first trainer on the other side, which essentially takes like the dock, the coast up to Fuchsia City. The first trainer you come across has a very powerful, fully evolved level 37 Pokemon, and at the time I was trying to train up my Dragonair. I was trying to like get it ready because I've never actually used a pseudo legendary on my team, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting to have a Dragonite on my team. So I was trying to train up a Dragonite, and damn it. I was trying to train up a Dragonite, and got it to like level 32, which was a long, several hours of me just catching Pokemon just to get enough experience just to level up. And for those of you unfamiliar with the Pokemon series, Dragon types are like the hardest Pokemon to raise. They take the most amount of experience. So it took me like a good couple hours for me to be able to like train that Pokemon up for it to be usable. But level 32, I took it to the east, thinking that I'll be having an easier time just fighting enemies for battle experience. And I literally almost wiped out because freaking one single Pokemon with one single trainer with a Kingler with Crabhammer completely one-shot like most of my Pokemon. And I had to use a revive on one of my stronger Pokemon in order to be able to take him out. That's just how bad it was. And it was in a route where there shouldn't be Pokemon near level 40. It should be like 31, 32 levels range. And it just really took me off guard when I literally almost died. I almost lost my first battle, essentially, just facing a freaking fisherman with a Kingler. Really took me off guard. It's one of the things I've just been noticing the more and more I play the game, just how problematic that game is. And I don't think that the developers entirely knew what essentially went on with their games. And another thing I noticed is Mr. Mime, a Pokemon that's actually really good in Fire Red, is now effectively useless in Pokemon Kanto and Pokemon Let's Go, mainly because of the fact that he is weak to poison types, which the poison types only had two weaknesses, Ground and Psychic. And because Mr. Mime is now a Part Fairy, he can literally get one-shot by a freaking Pokemon, a Team Rocket freaking Weezing. Their Team Rocket Weezing has powerful moves, and one of them I encountered has Sludge Bomb, which is one of the most powerful Poison-type moves. And I realized so soon after playing just how bad Mr. Mime is now that he's Part Fairy. I'm still not entirely sold on the idea of fairy-type Pokemon. I really am not. I'm actually gonna go and buy that ore from, what's the name? Clint. I mean, I love Pokemon games. There's a lot of Pokemon games I actually do enjoy. I think my favorite generation is Pokemon Gen 4. But I haven't really been entirely much of a fan with I haven't really been too much of a fan with the recent Pokemon games. I was kind of okay with Pokemon Sword and Shield, but I didn't really like Scarlet and Violet, and I didn't really like Pokemon Let's Go. Just a lot of the games I haven't really been impressed with lately. The only game that I really enjoyed though was Pokemon Legends Arceus. Pokemon Legends Arceus was an absolute delight. I still haven't finished that game, but I'm actually been considering just streaming that game one of these days. But I need to do some preparation. I've also been considering playing, streaming what's it called? Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and eventually Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Those are also another game that I've been, kind of considering playing. I've never actually beaten a Zelda game, but I felt like it'd be kind of interesting to show my first time beating a Zelda game being, Breath of the Wild. But I'm not currently ready to stream Nintendo Switch games. I need to get like a couple additional equipment. I don't know if I said on Twitter that here's Eva's tomorrow, okay? I said on Twitter that I am planning on 10 p.m. I said on Twitter that I'm actually planning on streaming until like 6. I'm still planning on doing that, but the initial reason for that was so that I can get perfection, and I would love to be able to do that, but seeing how much progress we made in the 57 minutes we've been streaming so far does not inspire hope in me. I do want to check. Okay, so we're about 530,000 away from, oh shit. About 530,000 away from, getting the legend achievement. I don't know why I'm having a hard time, like, speaking and thinking today. Ah, Kevin! There's 2 cows here. I think I already milked Ben. So I think that in I don't know like how long it will take, like maybe I don't know. But I think sometimes within the next week we should have this cross fully grown. Yeah, 16 iron ingots, that should be more than enough for right now. I did want to check because I'm actually considering skipping next year's Halloween. I just want to see how many. We have 5. Yeah, we don't need another one. Those are really only useful for giving gifts out. So we can just skip tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day of fall. It should get us about 60,000 or 48,000, whatever money we ended up on. Honestly, really nice for me to have like my replacement mic. It's just the mic that I was using back when I was waiting for a replacement to come in. It works technically, but I need to get like really close sometimes so my voice. I essentially need to get really close for my voice to be picked up on the mic. I don't really have that issue with the quadcast. I also encountered like a lot of people today, like a lot of people since I started streaming, I should say, who suggest that I get like a new mic, a higher quality mic. I'm always very confused whenever I hear that comment. I'm always very confused when I hear that comment because it's just I've checked numerous different sources for like the best streaming equipment for streamers, and the Quadcast is rated one of the best mics. So I really don't know like why some people are thinking this mic is of a lower quality. I guess I don't know, like I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, tomorrow is the first day of winter. I need to remember for next spring that where the strawberry seeds are found in the first event. That's what I did wrong. That's what I did wrong last time. I also need to get double the amount of strawberry seeds I need for next year. So I need to get enough for a crop of next year, but I need to get another crop of the year following. If it takes us that long to get to 10 million, which I'm hoping it won't. I've actually been playing like a couple of different indie games recently, and I've been actually kind of mulling over the idea about streaming one of those games one of these days. One of the games I've been actually playing is Forager, and I've been actually told it's actually a really fun game. Like if you were to work on it for a certain period of time, it's not that long. Hey Etel, I'm doing fine. What's up with you? It's not very long, but I have been thinking it would be kind of fun for me to play that game one of these days on stream. At this point, I just cannot wait until I finish this game. I mean, this is easily longer. It took me longer to finish this game than it did for me to finish Skyrim. So, to tell you just how long this project is. I don't actually know how long ago that message was sent, so I'm hoping that it wasn't there for too long, and I didn't, person didn't actually leave before I acknowledged them. That actually happens sometimes. Get too wrapped up in the game that I don't pay attention to chat. I feel like that happens to all streamers. I remember hearing one streamer say at one point that it's impossible for him to read everything that happens in chat. But for me, with very few viewers, active viewers watching, at least to me it feels like it. Definitely, it's kind of more my bad. I'm actually gonna close these gates because of winter coming. Not eat it, you dumbass! Trying to pick up an egg. There's money lost. And these aren't worth much. Okay, let's go ahead and process this. We will check the island farm and then we will just leave. Oh, looks like we definitely have a couple more days left before these crops are fully grown. I think this is like this animation, this design is like the marker of like 3 days away or 4 days away. We're very close at least. I can't remember how that, what that exactly the design was on the wiki. I forgot to do a couple things. One of the things I forgot to do is to craft this keg. The other thing I forgot to do was sell the ostrich egg. Actually, I had to remind myself. Remember, it was in the inventory, but I couldn't remember what it was I saw. How bad my memory is. God. I remember reading an article like one late night when I was waiting for my freaking melatonin to kick in for me to fall asleep. I remember reading one article of a scientist talking about the possibility of a quote-unquote head transplant being possible in the next like 30 or 50 years or something. It's just, I joke every now and then about feeling like I need like a brain transplant when talking about my defective memory, but realistically I don't really see how that's possible. Is in your brain is essentially your personality, and if you just get like a new brain, you have someone else's personality. Actually, probably been some horror movies based on that. It honestly wouldn't surprise me. I mean, body switcher has been like a trope in movies. I said the 90s, early 2000s with Freaky Friday. So we're just gonna check our Ginger Island just to make sure that our crops don't wither. We should be fine because it's the island farm. Yeah, it is. Okay. I've actually been kind of beating myself up over something that happened recently in a recent stream where I accidentally did a racist I accidentally said a racist comment and I didn't realize I said something that could be viewed as racist and it was too late, but I've just been kind of thinking, I'm not gonna go into detail on what I said and just kind of like make the situation worse by repeating it, but I will just say that I've been thinking back to what happened on that Sims 3 stream and kind of kicking myself over, because if you're just listening to that line alone, like, it sounds really bad, but if you understand the context of what was happening, it kind of has like a different impression. But there are people out there that clip streamers and YouTubers just saying something unflattering. So I'm hoping that that type of thing doesn't happen to me at some point in the near future. Because I feel like that could be like a prime target of me being like canceled in the future with bullshit cancel culture. And the thing is, like, I didn't even realize what I was saying was offensive until after I said it. It's just, so stupid. Another thing that I've been uh kind of thinking about is the possibility of me streaming multiple days, like during the week again, I should say. And when college is wrapped up, I've been considering streaming on Wednesdays. Wednesdays in particular for me to do something. But I've also been thinking about like getting like to work on like a project that's been in development for a while. But I've also been thinking about getting a part-time job somewhere that I can actually earn some money on the side. But I need to look into what's available. The the job listings in my town is actually very open, mainly because of the fact that a lot of people are too proud, I guess, to work in something like, say, fast food or retail. So, a lot of places in my town, are actually very understaffed. So it probably could be easy for me to find a job, it's just whether or not I can find a part-time job in specific. So, no. I swear to God, like, I always get 48 regular fruit. Hey, let's check the other shed. And let's go and sell the remainder of our ancient fruit. I think today it's possible that our star fruit is also fully grown. I also cannot say star fruit without thinking of Stardrop. Like, I often like question myself since I say star fruit. I just think, wait, isn't that Stardrop? I really hate names that are similar but different in games. Like Starfruit and Stardrop, like just separate, just name them like more differently. Don't call them like similar names. It's so confusing to me. I mean, I know they're different. I know what a Stardrop and a Starfruit are, but I always get myself confused and I hesitate whenever I say Starfruit. I actually did want to run another little audio test just to make sure. So, when we are fast traveling to Ginger Island, we're actually going to run a little bit of a test. Oh, well, we're actually somewhat close to getting to 10 million. I actually don't think that we will be able to get to 10 million this stream. I thought, like 10 million, not in total earnings, but in, money in hand, I guess. I thought I would be able to, but I don't think that it's gonna happen. I think this might actually take like another stream. I guess I was too ambitious, but it doesn't really matter between this game like another day. I was really kind of hoping that next stream would be like the final stream. We still have to like do a separate playthrough for JoJo Mart, and we still have to do the Prairie King. But considering that we aren't even broken, we haven't broken like 4 million yet, and also considering that I can't think. Also considering that we still have essentially like 7 million to earn for us to get the golden clock. I don't think that's gonna happen. Like it would be nice if we did, but thinking about it now, I don't know if it's gonna happen. Not eat it! I hate it when I accidentally eat things I mean to either use or sell. Tomorrow we are going to buy some seeds. Let's go to sleep, see how much money we get. You definitely will be able to get the legend achievement today, like, no doubt in my mind. $250,000, not bad. Let's go on and place this keg, and then we'll attend to our barn animals, and it should be enough time for us to go to the desert, and I think the shop will be open by then, I should say. We can buy those seeds. I need to check my calculator because I already forgot like how many we need to buy. One thing I actually wouldn't mind, for one of the new items introduced in 1.6, I wouldn't mind like a crafting recipe involving ostrich eggs, like either like to be able to like make ostrich mayonnaise, and the fact you can make dinosaur mayonnaise, or just something to involve in crafting. Because so far, like I've only been able to sell it. As far as I know, you can't make anything out of it. One of these says I'm gonna misclick again. Okay, so how many did I need? Calculator 128. Doing the math right this time. I swear to God, if I get the math wrong again, I'm gonna be a little bit irritated. I'm like the world's worst math. I'm so bad at math. I'm so bad at math. I swear to God, like, if I don't like write it out, if I don't like meticulously plan for certain things, then I'll probably like be making a lot more mistakes for a completionist. Like I literally had to chart out like all the crafting recipes I was missing, like all the cooking recipes I was missing. Essentially create a checklist for me to track things when I was developing this series, and I think without that I would have made a lot more mistakes. I think it's also kind of easy for me to it's so easy for me to miscount as well. The fact that the number I got once I planted the top row of crops was 64 kind of makes it a little bit hopeful that I counted right. I don't know why I'm feel reassurance with the number 64. It's a miracle I can do math. Let's go home and go to sleep. Okay, I do want to check the task room. Still not ready. The task room is really gonna be where all the money's gonna come in, I feel like. It's also kind of funny considering how big Pepper Rexes are, and the game is always so weird to me whenever I see like the baby version of it that just never ages up. I mean, I know like babies aren't really a thing in this game. Like technically, like when you buy like a new animal, they are labeled as a baby and can't produce items. Yet until they develop more. Like a month passes, but it's still so weird to me just to see that pygmy version of the Pepper Rex. Let's go ahead and check on our island farm, just make sure there's no weeds we need to take care of, and then we'll go to sleep. We definitely are at the end of our playthrough. It just really depends on how much we're able to get done. Like, all it is just us making money at this point. I do want to check our shed because I believe we should have jam ready. Should get us about 50,000, 48,000, that's enough. Do want to check the cash room because we were pretty close to getting it maxed out. We do have just on gold stars, so I imagine that the iridium stars are just around the corner. That should actually make us a lot of money, if I'm gonna be honest here. Can't remember how much we usually get from that. I feel like it's over 100,000 easily. Just processing this milk, checking Ginger Island once again, and then we are going to sleep. I'm actually thinking about, I've been kind of considering, for the Evil playthrough, when I, do cover that. I've been kind of considering how I want to handle it. I could have to do it one of two ways. Either I could just go until, like, I'm married. Someone I've actually been kind of thinking about marrying, Haley. She's actually like the recommended person for the JoJo, Mario playthrough. But I think I'm probably just gonna play it until I renovate the things with the JoJo Mart options. I feel like there's a couple different things I could do for that playthrough, but I'm just gonna keep it simple. I will say there are people that do play dedicated evil playthroughs of certain games. I've seen some for Skyrim, I've seen some for Baldur's Gate recently. So I do know that type of thing is common, but I'm definitely like the type of person that I feel guilty whenever I do something bad in a game. I actually get to save the rabbit foots because I actually found out those are actually loved items. So that's actually something I didn't actually know. Universally loved items too. So we're gonna store the rabbit foot in here. I've also seen some crazy modded playthroughs of Stardew Valley recently. And there's a mod called like a minimalist mod where your farm is like ridiculously small, and you're not able to like earn a lot of money or something like that. I can't remember what exactly that mod did, but I've been seeing some crazy like mod footage of Stardew Valley. Something I wouldn't mind experiencing is the expanded mod, which is only available for PC. But they'll add like new characters, like new marriage options. Like they do like a lot of things that I actually will be kind of interested in as in seeing for myself and playing for myself. Yeah, let's go to sleep. Still not ready. One of these days. I feel like it's just right around the corner. Don't really care. Pretty much the only festival I want to participate in at this point is a Winter Star Festival where you, it's actually at the Christmas thing. That's the only one I'm currently interested in. Everything else I don't really care. Well, I guess, that and the Egg Festival because that's the other place I can buy strawberry seeds, but beyond that, I don't really care. Ooh, we are so close to 10 million gold. Okay, so let's check on our Ginger Island farm and then we will go to sleep. How much else we can do today? I can't remember. I guess I can figure out. Actually, no, I can't. Actually, yeah. So the first of every month is on Monday. That's kind of interesting. I just kind of noticed that. I would expect it to be Sunday. I don't know why I didn't notice that. Didn't connect that sooner. It's like what, like 190 hours, 200 hours. Tomorrow we'll be making a lot of money. No. We're actually somewhat close to 4 million. 4 million gold. Not. Oh, Sean? Oh, I thought Sean was ready. I thought it was just saying Hamlet. Not ready to go to sleep yet. I do want to check my ginger farm. Okay, so let's go ahead and sleep. Ooh, we are so close to that, I can just tell. Okay, we should have a bunch of stuff ready. Thing is, starfruit regrows after 2 weeks, so we probably aren't gonna get the harvest of starfruit until next week. But this actually should push us over to the 10 million thing, so that's actually very nice. Beginning achievement after today. Probably get about 150,000 from today's haul if I were to hazard a guess. But it's not gonna be too crazy. It's not like we're gonna get 250,000, but we're still getting a pretty decent amount. I'm actually gonna craft another cake and get that ready before I harvest these things. let's go and harvest all these ancient fruits. Cannot wait until I am freaking done with all this farming. I will say that recently there's been a new update to Dreamlight Valley. The game kind of focusing on a village of Disney characters. I played a little bit of it, but there is a glitch that I encountered that prevents me from completing a certain quest. And I'm honestly kind of a little bit upset about it, if I'm going to be honest here. Mainly because of the fact that it's a really dumb glitch that in all honesty should have come up in testing. It's basically like one of the things your option has to do for in that game is craft an odd item for a character and then take a group picture of with that character of the item. And I crafted said item. It was actually for the new character Jack Skellington, and I crafted that item, but it all it says is to take a picture with Jack Skellington, but the event to trigger the picture doesn't actually start. So I'm literally left unable to do anything until this bug is patched. I closed the game, restarted twice, did everything I could think to fix it, and I even tried to have Jack follow me and take a picture with him just standing behind me, and it didn't work. It needs to be an event that triggers, and it's not triggering. So, yeah, that's something I'm currently dealing with right now. I'm actually, I held back on buying, like, the DLC for that, Rift in Time. Mainly because of the fact that, I wanted to complete like the free content first before I did the paid content, but now it's not looking like I can't even do that. So it's really freaking dumb. And I've been loving like Dreamlight Valley. It's just been a really fun game for me, but it's such a stupid glitch, and there's been a couple glitches I experienced in this game, but not like this. Not to the point when I can't actually complete the freaking quest. And it's Jack Skellington's first quest too. That's what kills me. I'm not even gonna pass his like level 2 friendship quest. Hey! actually kind of listening there for a moment because I was just kind of listening to my dad kind of yelling at our dogs. I mentioned before that my dogs have been like getting into fights lately, but especially when I'm streaming, when I'm just having my headphones on, I need to be like more aware in case my dogs do get into a fight. I can actually go down there and help out. I think they really only got into a fight once when I was streaming, but one too many as far as I'm concerned. It's honestly kind of really... We don't know what the hell is causing our dogs to fight like this. It's just like really strange. Let's go sleep. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna be able to make it a 10 million this stream. We're probably gonna stream until 4 today. I know I said I was gonna stream until 6. But that's when I was thinking that we'd be able to get to 10 million gold and be able to buy the golden clock. We are 2 hours in, and we just got over 3 million, so it's probably not gonna happen today. I said I was gonna stream until 4, I meant 5. I guess I was too hopeful. I may have been way too hopeful in what I could actually get done. I guess that's kind of my downside. I'm usually a mix of both pessimistic and optimistic. I'm usually pessimistic by nature, but there are times when I'm hopeful when I think that it could be possible for something to happen. And I kind of linger on that thought. But, I guess it was just a moment of me being unrealistically optimistic. Yeah, we probably won't be able to get as much as I wanted. It'd be nice, though. It'd be really nice if we could at least get a 5 million today. That's honestly my goal at this point. We can at least get a half of the amount of money we need to get to to the golden clock. I consider that a win. We still have no clue when 1.6 update will release. We did actually get a status update from Concerned Dave, the developer, on Twitter, but no release date has been revealed. I am assuming that if the release date is going to become available, it's going to become available on Tuesday. That's usually like when a lot of updates become available. It's usually a lot of updates where a lot of games come out like on Tuesdays or Sundays or something. There's very rarely when I see like an update come out for a game like say on Friday or Saturday. There may be some games that release on those days, but not updates. At least as far as I'm aware. At least from the games that I played, I should say. Yeah, it's usually, updates are usually at the beginning of the week. So it's usually not at the end, so if I were to hazard a guess, either between Sunday or Wednesday, is when Concerned Ape will release a, the 1.6 update, so we have not gotten like any information. Like the most recent thing that we got from him was a reveal of big chest being like something you can craft. But all he said in response to that was he's making great progress and that the update will be out soon. So take that what you will. Like it could either be like within the next couple of weeks, or it could even be like the beginning of next year. We don't know. So I could have time to finish this game. I could have time to reach perfection. I just don't know for sure. So I'm already just playing it by ear. Forgot to sell the egg again. The fact that Penny is what her name is. The fact that Penny says don't forget to eat lunch is kind of funny to me because I literally did not eat any lunch. I was actually thinking about making a sandwich before I started streaming, but did not really bother to eat. So definitely feeling it now. So it's just kind of funny how Penny was just saying that when literally just starving here. I actually chose to skip the Game Awards, mainly because that happened recently. I think it's actually still ongoing. But I decided to skip them, because I actually forgot that they actually did world premieres too. I thought it was just like actual awards for games. But, yeah, there's actually a game that released recently. I don't remember what game it is. But, I remember being surprised that I actually won an award over, damn it. There's two games now that I can't think of. I'm actually gonna pull this up. Baldur's Gate 3. I was really surprised that Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year over Alan Wake 2. That's what I couldn't think of. Oh, they'd even won against Spider-Man 2, which is another great game. But I was really surprised about that. But Baldur's Gate 3 actually won Game of the Year, which was very surprising. I know it's like a good game, it's very popular, but I didn't think that it was anything too special. It's just a really large RPG that I honestly am downplaying because I have no interest in playing. I believe it's actually supposed to be modeled, inspired off of, or influenced by Dungeons and Dragons. I'm definitely not a D&D player, so probably not a good game for me. But there has been some funny clips I saw of that game, admittedly. But I'm personally not interested. Just getting, actually we need to check our cows first. And then we'll check our Ginger Island. We should probably check to see if we need hay. We probably do. Yeah, we do. So that is 222. Yes, 222 hay. Oh, that Marnie's here. He should be. $20, $21, $22. Swear to God, if I did this math wrong. Then check on our Ginger Island farm and then we will go to sleep. Still not ready. Oh, it's actually done. It is. I don't remember how much this gave me, but it should be a decent amount. Probably not something over like 60,000. Really get some more eggs in there. $88,000, not bad. $3,765,000. Got the hiccup so bad. I kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually starting to get a little bit lightheaded from not eating, so I actually made the stream at 4. Should have really eaten something before I started streaming. I was really debating on making a sandwich, but I just chose not to. Really should have. Honestly, I didn't really have much of a dinner. So, last night, so I'm definitely kind of feeling it. I literally just had a heart attack. I looked down and I saw my stream wasn't actually moving because I was putting, I saw it wasn't moving because I was putting milk in the cheese maker. And I thought that my stream froze again like it happened like last stream. I literally just about had a heart attack. I was so freaking lucky that I caught my stream freezing last night, like 2 seconds after it happened. Because it honestly could have been a lot worse. It was entirely possible that I would not have noticed my stream had frozen, essentially crashed, until fucking after like I could get like 3 collectibles, or worst case scenario, I get the rest of the collectibles, and I literally cannot show everything I picked up because I lost footage. I would be so pissed off if that kind of shit happened. And I think that we are past that. I think I kind of figured out what was wrong, like why my stream was having issues, and the fact that my stream hasn't crashed yet does kind of give me hope. And I was so fucking lucky because I was on my way to pick up another collectible too, and if I didn't notice that, I would have been so mad if I lost footage. Especially since you can't reload a save in that game. That's one thing that I kind of dislike, if I'm going to be honest here. It kind of works for Assassin's Creed. But one thing I do appreciate is games with manual saves. Where if you screw up, or if you encounter a glitch, you can just reload a save. And you'll be able to save yourself. That's something that isn't really present in the older Assassin's Creed games. If you're in a free roam and you encounter a glitch, best thing you can do is just put to the title screen and reload. Because you can't reload checkpoints, you can't reload save, you can only reload checkpoints when you're in a mission or doing a quest. But, yeah, it's one thing that I kind of wish was different. I kind of wish it and I kind of don't. But, the one thing would be nice if, in that particular situation, if manual saves a thing, so that if I lost my progress, I could just reload save. But, can't really do that with Assassin's Creed Unity. You can do it with this game, but, that was an accident. I don't know why I thought that was an egg machine. Can't really do it with, you can kind of do it with this game. You can't really do it with Sims 3 Pets. It'd be nice to add autosave, I'm gonna be honest here. But, yeah, it's really kind of stupid. In specific, relating to Sims 3 Pets, I lost so much progress in that game so many times because I was forced to quit the title screen, or my game crashed, or something happened, and it's just so fucking stupid. There's so many times, especially last stream. where I had to reset the game 3 times because I couldn't figure out like why I couldn't move in and change my household. Ideally, I would have had just Alec move in with and his dog and I guess Gort move in with that family I was trying to move in with. But I couldn't do that because my household was fucking full. It just literally makes no sense to me why you can't like change the household, why you can't move in with another sim if your household is full. God, it's so stupid. It is so fucking stupid. I really would love to see the logic from the developers as to why that's the thing. That's also one of my biggest gripes of that game as well. The fact that there's no reliable information from official wikis about Sims 3 patch because it's number 1 so old and number 2 an expansion of Sims 3. And number 3, the version I'm playing is specifically for console version. And the PC version has more features. So it's just... It's so hard for me to find reliable information for that game when the guides are essentially non-existent. I found more information on Reddit and web forums than I had for God damn it, for official wikis. It's really sad. Honestly, man, the more and more I play these games on stream, the more I learn about them. That's one thing I've been actually appreciating is I've been discovering new things about these games. The more I play them, and it's kind of one of those things that because a lot of the games I play, I really only had like a couple hours worth of experience at most. I'm able to discover like new mechanics I literally had no idea even existed. So it's really been kind of interesting to me. I think my dad is actually watching football right now. I keep on hearing him yelling. I think I just heard him, I think I heard him yell people, like something people. So I think he's like yelling at the team. One thing I never really understood, I guess, is how vocal people can get with sports. I mean, if it's a live stadium, I can understand, but if you're sitting at home, there's really no need for you to raise your voice and shout at an enemy team. Or a friendly team. Still not ready. Maybe ready tomorrow, actually. Let's go sleep. I realized that since I'm planning, since I decided that I'm going to be ending the stream an hour early, I realize that means that I officially have been unable to stream the full time for all three of my live streams today. Uh, Hopefully that trend won't continue next week, but yeah, just keep in mind that there's like a lot of stuff that I'm currently dealing with right now. I'm trying to make sure that I'm past my current classes. I'm trying to make sure that I succeed, get everything done for my master's degree. There's a lot of stuff that is currently on my mind right now, so just because I'm in a stream early does not really mean can be this true for like all upcoming streams. I will also say that next weekend may also be a little bit more chaotic, I guess I could say. Mainly because of the fact that next Monday is when the deadline for me to turn in my project is due. And I'm hoping I can have my project finished and finalized tomorrow, during the week. So I can literally just turn it in early and just get it done with. But here's a big thing. But if I'm unable to get it done, I will need to either cancel or reduce the amount of time I stream at either one or two or all of the upcoming streams, just to make sure that I am able to finish my graduate project and turn it in on time. So yeah, it's really coming down to the wire for me. I technically, even though I recently passed my oral defense, it does not mean I have succeeded in getting a master's degree. It still needs to, my project still needs to be went through and graded essentially to ensure that I essentially get my degree. It's still entirely possible that my project will not meet the standards, and I could still like somehow fail to get my master's degree, which would be really unfortunate, but I don't think that I would have another chance to like turn it in and do it again, so it's just kind of stupid. If it happens, it happens, but it's just not something I'll be able to live down. My dad is probably gonna give me so much shit if I fail to get my master's degree. So I would love more than anything to have this be successful, but that could be like a dream come true at this point. But I do understand that it really comes down to the quality of my paper, and if I rush this project, if I turn in like a half-finished project, then I'm probably not going to be looking too good. So I need to make sure everything is done properly, because it really comes down to the wire at this point. For those curious, I'm getting a master in English with the focus on creative writing. And my project, which once it's published and becomes available, I'm actually thinking about linking it to my, somehow like linking the site to my project on my YouTube or my Twitch channel. I don't know like how the heck I'm supposed to do that. But I think I can actually pin a comment on Twitter in specific. But I don't know if there's something I can do where I can pin and like a news article, like a web link. I just don't know, but it'd be nice. It'd be kind of cool if I could do that, but I don't know if that's possible. I do want to check the cash room because I don't think I checked it. Still not ready. We're not gonna milk the cows. I'm just gonna go to Ginger Island, check on the farm, and then I will go to bed. Good thing I checked. So one thing I do appreciate is how much money we seem to get like every other week. We usually like on Tuesdays we usually get like about like 150,000 to 250,000, really depending on if these crops are grown. So that's something I do appreciate. We're actually being able to make like a lot more money because of this. Tomorrow we're gonna need to buy some more seeds and plant them. The fact that scarecrows have not encountered any crows makes me think that maybe crows don't spawn on Desert Island, which surprised me. I think that anywhere that can grow crops, crows would be a factor. Kind of hesitant to get rid of them in case like Concerned Dave just adds crows to Desert Island in 1.6 update, so I'm not gonna like revise my farm structure or anything. At least not yet. Let's go and sell what we have. Should actually get us about 250,000. $257,000. Ooh, 5 million! Need 6 million more to be able to buy that golden clock. We're getting there. We are getting there. I am very hungry. Okay, so today we went from about 2,800,000 to 4 million. So that is 1,200,000 we just earned. Wait, is that right? Possibly that's right. I don't know if that's right. It could be right. I don't know. You know what? I have changed my mind again. I'm gonna be streaming until 5. I changed my mind again. Because we are currently about 2.5 hours into the stream, and we just got about like 1.2 mil from that, so. What sounds really good right now, there's a really good burger place in town. Called Jake's, and they have like a burger, like a huge freaking barbecue cheeseburger. Really fucking good, like easily the best burger place in town. That type of burger actually sounds really good right now. I would love to have Jake's. Okay, so how many do I need? 128. Oh, we went under 4 million again. Oh well. Not big deal, we can make that back that money. You gotta make money, you gotta lose money to make money. And really, we only lost about 40,000, maybe 50,000, so it's really not that bad. I think we were at 4 million, 10,000. Really not that much of a loss. Get easily 10 times that just by selling ancient fruit. Is definitely not an effective planting thing, but it works. It's not an organized thing, planting thing, I should say. I couldn't tell if I planted behind that scarecrow, so that's why I was trying to plant there. Stop. Stop. Just pause. Just go and get the fuck out of the way, dog. Just go ahead and sell what we have and we'll go to sleep. And pretty much all we can do today. I think today was a pretty good day. Today overall, not the game. What the fuck was that sound? Was that a meteor? Pierre. Fuck Pierre. God, he fucking sucks. Oh god, what fucking... He only likes like one thing, I swear to god. Do I have fried calamari? That's just one liked item. We actually don't have it. Okay, so it looks like we're giving him a universally loved item, which is fine. So let's figure out where that explosion came from. I think it was a meteor. I'm hoping it was a meteor. It was a meteor. I have for 6 iridium ore and 2 omni geodes that I do not want. That scared the fucking shit out of me. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me when that made that sound. God, it sounded like a freaking nuke dropped. And literally, I was kind of reminded, like, when I heard that sound. Damn it, Dad. I just heard my dad yell, "Tackle that motherfucker!" He's definitely watching football. I don't understand why people are so loud and obnoxious when sports are involved. Okay, I was gonna say, as soon as I heard that sound, immediately what I thought was nuke. It sounded like a nuke going on, so I was just, first thing that came to my mind was the, Call of Duty meme, tactical nuke incoming. It was very loud for a freaking meteor. I'm surprised I haven't noticed that sound before. That's one thing that it's probably my least favorite time to stream, if I'm gonna be honest here, of the year is probably during football season. Mainly because I find myself so distracted by the events of what's going on literally downstairs with my dad yelling at the TV. And, yeah, especially when there's bowl games going on, like, God forbid, Super Bowl Sunday. And I have, like, multiple people in my house, like, having sort of, like, a party watching, a freaking Super Bowl game. They get so fucking loud. I absolutely hate streaming on Super Bowl Sunday. In particular because it's so freaking hard to concentrate when every like 10 seconds I'm hearing my family or my friends, my dad's friends just freaking out over a football game. The thing is, like, every single day lately, when my dad is not watching the freaking news, he's watching football. Just go to sleep. Actually, it sounds, another thing that sounds kind of good. I haven't had Mexican. There's like a Mexican place in town. It's really good. It's like authentic Mexican food. And that's something called a super burrito that's about this big around. I don't know if you can see the camera, but it is so freaking massive. And it's probably my go-to item to eat there. They also have really good quesadillas and tacos, but I really just go there for the super burritos. So usually if it's between that place and Taco Bell, we usually go to Taco Bell. If you live in Southern California, then you might recognize this place, but last week, a couple weeks ago I should say, when I went to the hospital to visit my grandfather, my uncle actually took me to a Mexican place called Chevy's. And that place is also really good. I don't know why I thought that things would be burning there. I think actually, we should have, looking at the day, we should have, jelly ready. I'm trying to think of. let's go ahead and check our island farm and then we'll go to sleep. I think to compromise, because I really want to like get something to eat, just eat like something minor, like a bowl of chips or something. I'm actually gonna stream until 4:30, not quite 5, but not quite 4. Perfectly in between. Just going to go to sleep. I actually need to check something, so just give me a minute. I sent an email to someone, a couple people actually. I just want to see if they come back to me. No, they have not. That's kind of worrying. It's kind of hard to be like a good student if people don't see your emails. I'm actually gonna go into town real quick, just to check the calendar. So it's on the 25th, Thursday. I actually wanted to customize is out again, so just give me one moment while I check my audio, make sure everything's still working. Okay, good. Go and sell this duck feather. I guess something I could talk about is kind of discussing the project that's going to come next, and essentially what I'm going to be covering, since it literally could start like at any week going forward. But as I said before, the project that's going to be starting next is Sly Cooper 1 DBS Raccoon. There's actually a couple of different things that are required for 100% completion. One of them, beyond like completing every single world, you need to collect every single bottles, obtain every single secret, and do every single time trial. I played a little bit of Sly Cooper 1 years and years and years after I first played it on, I think, either PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3. I cannot remember which. I think it was a PlayStation 2 game. I could be wrong though. But one of those consoles I played Sly Cooper 1 on. And did not get far in Sly Cooper 1. That first time I played it, I did not get far. this time. But what I have played, I definitely feel like there's gonna be like a steep learning curve of me trying to figure out and get good at the game. I was actually kind of talking about it to one of my friends, and he actually gave me a hard time for actually struggling with the game. Just explain a little bit of what the gameplay is about. It's kind of one of those games where you can only take like one hit typically. You can get like additional hits, like collecting something called lucky horseshoes. But you can't take at most more than 3 hits. So it's kind of unforgiving in that regard. You kind of need to be flawless. You kind of need to learn like the learn the enemies, learn the enemies' attack patterns, all this kind of stuff. But it's definitely gonna be some time. I'm probably going to play like a several levels, a couple minutes over for me to figure out like how the game works and how the level works, and try and figure out the optimal pathing and route to like finishing the time trials. And from what I've seen, turn my daddy on again. From what I've seen, like of the time trials, you need to be fucking flawless in order to win them. Like it's very often like very narrow to win a time trial. So it's kind of unforgiving, I guess you could say. So it's definitely gonna take me a few tries for me to get everything right. But at most, how long to beat.com says that game will take me about like 3 or 4 hours. I can't remember what exactly it was. I want to say it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes or something. But it's not a long game. But knowing me, it'll probably take me a couple life streams to finish, because I'm typically very bad at platformers. I've actually noticed I was actually very bad with Sly Cooper 1 when I played it on PS5. So, kind of expect some rage, kind of expect some failing. In fact, I kind of expect some people to be cringing at how bad some of my gameplay is with that game. But just keep in mind, this is essentially my first playthrough of any Sly Cooper game. I have played it before, but I've not gone far, as I said before. So, yeah, just be ready for some completely noobish behavior. I will also say that I have a deep appreciation for Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, and I actually am planning on covering like most of those games as well. Like a large part of my childhood was playing Jak and Daxter, as well as some Ratchet and Clank games, and I'm actually planning on covering those games as well. But there are some preparations I need to make beforehand. One of those things I need to try and do is get a hold of a second DualSense controller and actually hook up my charging dock. So I can have one currently charging and one I'm currently using, just in case one dies midstream. I can just put it on dock and use the other one. That's actually what I've been using with my rechargeable batteries for my Xbox. Because I always have one set charging on the wall, so in case one that I'm using dies, I can just swap it out with the one currently charging. But I need to get a second controller for me to be able to do that with the PS5, and I currently don't have a second controller. I can probably get one at GameStop, but it's probably going to be like 20 bucks or something, and I'm actually probably going to wait, if I can, until Christmas, so that I can, hopefully, I think I'm gonna, I usually get some gift cards from my grandma, so I'm probably gonna wait until, I get one of those. My grandma is just so generous. Although she's actually been kind of struggling lately. She's been showing signs of dementia, so she's been definitely kind of forgetful. But, there was a time when she wrote her last name when she was addressing the check to me instead of my last name. So I had to work with the bank to try to make sure that everything is like filed properly. It's not like I don't have an issue of it being denied. It's really kind of sad. It's just I have dementia on both sides of my family, so it's always kind of hard to see my family just kind of struggle with that. In fact, memory loss has been the one thing that I've been honestly kind of terrified of. Because one of my biggest passions in life is developing my novel series, and if I ever come up to a point where I forget the plotline of one of my books, god damn it, I forget the plotline of one of my books, or if I forget the names of my characters, then I think I would be really worried about whether or not I'm capable of finishing my project. And again, like, I probably don't have to worry about, like, memory loss until I'm, like, old and gray, but it's just the very fact that I have history of dementia and Alzheimer's on both sides of my family just gives me reason to be concerned. And honestly, I kind of have a really negative look about that type of thing. Like, I don't want to burden anyone. Like, if I ever am... So, if I ever have dementia or Alzheimer's, and I were to be completely unable to take care of themselves, I would rather the doctors just kill me rather than have me be a burden to my family or to the people around me. And that's kind of like the same thing. Like, if I have a terminal disease that is literally killing me, and there's no hope for a cure, there's no hope for me to survive, I'd rather just die in a hospital bed than just continue to suffer for months on a terminal disease. Unfortunately, Oregon, as far as I know, is the only state that does, like, assisted suicides. So, if you live anywhere other than Oregon, assuming you live in the U.S., I don't know how it is for other countries, but assuming you live in the U.S., if you have a terminal disease that there's no hope of you surviving from, chances are you're gonna suffer unless you go to Oregon. It's honestly been one of the things I've been, kind of curious about, like, if that will ever change. Because they're not really I don't really consider, like, a doctor, like, essentially putting you to sleep to be murder. It's just, it's kind of like a mercy. He's doing it so you don't have to suffer. I can understand, like, why it's legal too. Let's go to sleep. Tomorrow we'll have a harvest day. We'll be able to get around 50,000 from that. Once again, I forgot to process something. Woo, girl. Let's go and sell this. And we'll go ahead and get some more things running the cast. Actually, we'll go ahead and sell this. That 12 Iridium tier bottle should get us a decent amount of money. You presumably have more on the way. $49 bottles. I think we are gonna put like 8 in the cast. I can't remember. No, we had 12 before. I'll put 12 in the cast. It should be good. Let's go and sell what we have. And then we have fruit to farm. One thing that I keep on mentioning this before, but I'm really looking forward to the day when I can finally put this game to rest, because this seems like the game that will never end. The point of me enjoying what this game had to offer has long since passed, and I'm just kind of excited to do new things after this series is over. I think probably the most times I enjoyed this game is probably in the first 2 years when I was still working on the community center, when I still had like a bunch of shit I need to do for percent completion. And now that I essentially have done everything except the golden clock, there really isn't that much I can do. Everything is planted. Go ahead and go to our other shed. Okay, let's go ahead and actually, we're not going to tend our animals. We're going to skip for today, and instead we are going to go to our island farm. Then we'll go to sleep. I don't think I've ever seen like a thunderstorm on this island. So I'm wondering if I also wasted my time getting a lightning rod for this place. Going to sleep. $172,950. I actually need to check something because I can get something worrying in the hallway. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Our dogs were on the verge of another fight, and I had to help my dad separate them, so that's a good thing I went down. Another couple minutes, it's very possible that they may have gone into it. And considering we literally just got our dog out of surgery last week from a really nasty dog fight on Wednesday, I'm out of breath. I really don't want to deal with another dog fight again. It's so stupid. We don't know what the hell is causing it. That's the thing. If only humans had mastered the ability to speak dog. I would love to be able to understand what my dog is saying every time. That's one thing that was probably one of my favorite childhood movies growing up. I think it was Dr. Dolittle. I always thought it was interesting, just the concept of being able to understand animals and what they're saying. I'm gonna be streaming for another 15 minutes before we're gonna be heading off, so I'm not gonna be on here for too much longer. And she made a lot of progress today, even though I just really feel like it. We're probably gonna end the day, realistically speaking, with the end the stream with the Christmas event. Let's go ahead and we'll check on our island farm and then we'll go to sleep. Oh, I think we actually... Yes. Okay. Still looking good. Let's go and go to sleep. Got 37,000 from that. Starfish really are worth a lot. So I'm actually gonna grab a golden pumpkin from the farm, from the chest. Golden pumpkins are universally loved items, so I'm gonna give this to Pierre. Will say that every now and then, usually when I read my cow Ben's name, I just remember what I named him after, and it just immediately what comes to my mind is the character Ben from Back to the Barnyard, playing "I Won't Back Down." Easily probably one of my favorite moments. Actually, there's a lot of good moments in Back to the Barnyard. I think another one I really liked from the movie was the boy tipping scene. Another thing I thought was funny is the Biggie cheese. Oh god, that movie is just fantastic. There's not much in relation to plot. There's a lot of like random bullshit that happens in that movie, but it's so fucking funny. What the? Weird. I don't know how I keep on picking something up and I don't even have something like a tool in my hand. I try to have a bucket in my hand, but that's weird. Alright, well, let's go. No idea what caused that. It happened earlier with the sprinkler as well on Ginger Island. It was my secret say, oh, it's George again. Gonna give me a jade? They gave me last time. Not an emerald, still a gem. So far, I think we've gotten George twice. I'm trying to think. I think we got Shane once. And I don't know who the other two were. Probably one of the bachelorettes, like maybe Abigail or someone. I don't know. But we definitely have not gotten everyone. Well, obviously have not gotten everyone. George is such an interesting character. He's like a crotchety old man. And I think it's just so funny, so interesting with the lore of this character. How, he, essentially, he was, a veteran of a war, and he lost the ability to use his legs because, I believe it was from, like, an IED, like a landmine. So I just think that it's just so fascinating to me, and that's another thing that I appreciate with this game, is the in-depth lore that takes place in this, where there's actually an ongoing war that's in this world right now. That's actually the war that Kent came back from. But I don't know the specifics. I don't know like who's fighting who. But it'd be interesting to know, number one, how long that war took place in, and more information about the war that George fought in. Because so far there's two veterans in this game, George and Kent. And I feel like we don't really know much about the wars itself. They're kind of isolated to this valley. Alright, so I think that's going to do it for today. If you are remotely interested in what you see today, all the games I cover on my channel will be for 100% completion. I'm going to be streaming Stardew Valley yet again next Sunday, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be streaming the Sims 3 patch on Fridays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to be streaming Assassin's Creed Unity on Saturdays for 100% completion on Saturdays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. If you are interested in games being played for 100% completion, know that not only go from in-game statistics, but 100% in achievements as well. I am 3 achievements away from finishing this game, and we aren't going to be touching these achievements until after we get to 10 million gold and build the golden clock. We are essentially halfway there, and I imagine that maybe like in a couple more streams I'll be able to get to 10 million. That being said, thank you guys for watching, and I am gonna get something to eat because I'm starving.